Sports.
We are the Force. We are San Diego.
Kemp strikes out for the fourth time tonight. The Padres win. All part of a 4-1 win for the Padres. One of the best wins of the year for the San Diego Padres as they beat the LA Dodgers in Game 2 on a sensational effort from Eric Lauer. We welcome you to Petco Park in San Diego. It's Tony Gwynn replica jersey night. It's also Game 3 of a 4-game series between the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, along with Mark Sweeney and Mark Grant. Welcome to Padres Baseball. Well, last night, Eric Lauer stole the show for the Padres in Game 2 of the series. Tonight, they hope their starter will be equally as good as Joey Lucchesi on the hill.
To have Joey Lucchesi replicate what Eric Lauer did last night, I think that might be wishful thinking, but hey, you never know. That's the great thing about baseball. One thing is for sure, he saw it firsthand how Eric went against these Dodgers. He doesn't throw as hard, 95 like Lauer did last night, but he throws 91. He's got a locate, he's got the curveball, and that churve that he will throw anytime. What was the big key last night for Lauer? Fastballs up out of the zone, glove side command with the fastball in the last 3 starts. Just keep it going. Hopefully he's bottled that. He can pop the cork tonight and continue with that .84 whip. That's not a lot of traffic for Joey Lucchesi. Hopefully he keeps it going tonight against the Dodgers.
Well, last night pitching was really the story, but Mark Sweeney kind of lost in the shadows. Was an outstanding game last night for Austin Hedges.
We're so accustomed for Austin Hedges to show his worth in the catching position. Last night, great chemistry with Eric Lauer. That was a pitching performance that we're excited about. Big strikeouts. You could see the strikeouts and the emotion of Austin Hedges. In the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th, the big swing. 2 strikes, and Austin Hedges is taking it out with a 3-run home run. That was huge because it gave a little more space to Eric Lauer's performance. The battery was excellent last night.
Well, a tremendous victory for the Padres in Game 2. They'll try to keep going tonight, and when we come back, outfield defense has been stellar. Skip Schumacher weighs in next. Bob Scanlon will join us from Petco Park. Casino, opening in 2019 is Saquon's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. By Petco, the pet company. And by Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. The Padres and Dodgers getting ready for Game 3 of the series. Before we get it started, let's send it down to the field. Bob Scanlon.
Well, thank you, Don. After the last couple of Padre victories, understandably, a lot of attention was put on the pitching and that power hitting that propelled them to victory. But not to be forgotten has been the Padre defense by this outfield. And not just the spectacular plays by Manny Margot, but also some of the subtle corner work by Will Myers and Hunter Renfroe. Outfield coach Skip Schumacher explains.
Will should be the best player, the best athlete on the field every single night. And if he's healthy, that should be the case every single day. And it's my job of reminding him of that and playing with that fire, because I really, truly believe that. And then you talk about Hunter, there's not a better arm in the big leagues. And just watching him throw and it's fun for me to see.
Andy Green has loved the fact that Myers has kept some singles at singles and not extending to doubles, and that Hunter Renfroe is honing in on that cannon arm of his. Well, hopefully that outfield can help the Padres beat L.A. again. It'll be Joey Lucchesi going up against Kenta Maeda. Padres, Dodgers, first pitch coming up next right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Miss, and Lauer strikes out Forsythe. What a night for Lauer. That's strike 3. See? It was because of our strategies that got us through that inning. Padres and Dodgers, Game 3 of the series, and it's time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego Honda dealers. 75 degrees, southwest breeze at 8 miles per hour. Forecast mostly cloudy for the remainder of the night. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, Mark Sweeney, and Bob Scanlon with you as the Padres looking to make it 2 in a row tonight. We check out Dave Roberts visiting starting 9 for the LA Dodgers. Chris Taylor leading it off at shortstop. Kike Hernandez in left with Justin Turner at third. Matt Kemp is in right. Max Muncy is at first base. Former Padre Logan Forsythe at second base, with Cody Bellinger dropping down to the 7th spot in the order. Austin Barnes bats 8th doing the catching, and Kenta Maeda activated from the DL. Bats out of the 9th spot, does the pitching for the Dodgers.
Time to look at the scouting report for Joey Lucchesi, the left-hander. Follows suit. Eric Lauer, what a career night last night. And landing the breaking balls can be pretty important today. Early in the counts, also late. And the big fastball that Mark Grant talked about was Lauer's success, and empty the tank. Might be the last start before the All-Star break, so why not? You could also extend him a little bit.
And what a night last night for Eric Lauer, as he went 8 2/3 innings. Padres come away with one of their best victories of the year. And it brings up Chris Taylor to get it started tonight, leading it off again for LA. And the first pitch of this one's going to miss for ball 1. Taylor had 256 to start the night, 10 homers and 38 runs batted in. And even with the loss last night, the Dodgers have taken 7 of 11 games against the Padres so far this year in the season series. And the Dodgers playing some pretty good baseball overall for Dave Roberts. LA coming in a game and a half back of the Arizona Diamondbacks, who did win last night while the Dodgers were losing here. In there for a strike, 2-1. Clayton Kershaw, of course, going in the first game of the series. Able to win the first game of the series.
And the Dodgers with the #1 starting rotation ERA at 3.35, and that's one of the reasons right there off the DL. Rich Hill to the left. Clayton Kershaw we saw last night, 2 nights ago.
Foul back to the screen, 2-2. Chris Taylor, Kike Hernandez, Justin Turner anticipated here in the first inning. And Joey Lucchesi coming in with a record of 4-4, 3.27 ERA into his 14th start of the year. And a full count down. Last 3 starts, he's gone 1-1 with a 1.26 earned run average. He's only given up 2 earned runs in his last 14 and a third inning. Since coming off the DL with the hip injury.
Up and down with the walks too. He's got to curb that, I think. And this is something that Eric Lauer did not do last night early on in the first inning. He attacked these hitters, not a lot of deep counts early.
Line towards left center field. Jankowski on the move. He dives and makes the catch. Picking up where Margot left off last night is Travis Jankowski with the new chops. Makes the catch in left center.
Oh, that's pretty. Look at Freddie. We saw it from Eric Lauer last night. The applause, the tip of the cap. You betcha.
How about wiping his mustache? Absolutely love it. AJ Ellis is loving it.
1 down here in the first inning. Nicely done by Travis Jankowski. And it brings up Kike Hernandez. But it's got to be a great feeling when you know you've got center fielders like the Padres have. Ball goes up and you know they got a real good shot of getting there.
You can pound the zone. You can be aggressive with all of your pitches, knowing that they're going to cover some ground and make those spectacular catches. You bet.
It reminds me of Steve Finley. Patrolling center field is such a priority in these big outfields.
A little bit high, 2-0. Well, Margot was his show last night out there in center field. 2 spectacular catches out there for him as part of the Padres victory, and Travis Jankowski keeps it going tonight. Kind of sharing time in center field for the Padres right now. There's a pop-up. Hedges will come on back towards the screen, and he won't have a play.
Let's take a look at the Padre defense. From left to right, Will Myers, Travis Jankowski in center, Hunter Renfroe in right. Third to first, Carlos Villanueva, Freddie Galvis, Carlos Asuaje, who we mentioned. 0 errors in the last 233 2/3 innings at second base. That's pretty good. Eric Hosmer at first. Austin Hedges had a great night last night catching Joey Lucchesi.
1 down, and Kike Hernandez waiting on a 2-1 pitch. Now, the defense of Asuaje is something we don't talk a great deal about, but I think when it came down to the situation lately with Spansberg and him both being here at the same time, I would say defensively that Asuaje has been better than Spansberg, and Spansberg ends up back in El Paso.
Yeah, we saw the improvements last year. I think he's refined his game at second base. Good first step movement, and also the footwork has been much improved.
In the air to left center field, struck pretty well. Back goes Myers and Jankowski at the wall. It is going to be Jankowski well short of it, in fact. Jankowski got over there, and that ball just died out there in left center field in front of the warning track for out number 2. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers.
Well, the first one is Mash Maeda. Try to get to him early, because I'll tell you what, if he falls into that groove, he's really tough, Mark.
And I say hedge your bets. Austin Hedges last night in the 5th inning, 3-run blast, also adding a single as well.
Now 2 down here in the first inning brings up Justin Turner. Turner at 266 to start the night. With 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in. In there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Casey allowed 2 earned runs in 5 1/3, but took the loss in a 3-1 defeat to the Diamondbacks on Friday's last start. His only career start against the Dodgers was May 4th. That was the no-hitter combined effort by the Dodgers in Mexico. Casey allowed 3 earned runs in 5 innings in that 3-0 defeat in Monterey in the Monterey series. Two 2-1 to Turner. Line foul, and it evens at 2-2.
That's that curve that he'll throw any time. And you got to have confidence in that, because there's a fastball count. Now it's even at 2-2.
Yeah, the dropping that curve in for a strike, and even off the plate. Get these aggressive Dodger hitters out front, and you can add and subtract. He's going to go north and south tonight. It's not east and west like we saw Lauer last night.
Two pitch, and Turner kind of a defensive swing, protecting the plate, fouling it off to the right, out of play. Kenta Maeda on the mound tonight for the Dodgers in this 3rd game of the series. Turner may have gone. They'll check. Yes, he did. Rung up by Jordan Baker, first base umpire. First strikeout for Lucchesi. How about the catch by Travis Jankowski for the first out of the inning? Out in center field, makes the diving grab in left center. Great catch by Jankowski. Padres are coming up. Time now for the Padres lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Now Travis Jankowski is going to lead it off in center field. Carlos Asuaje at second base. Will Myers in left with Eric Hosmer at first. Hunter Renfroe in right field with Freddie Galvis batting 6th at short. Christian Villanueva at third. Austin Hedges does the catching. And Joey Lucchese bats out of the 9th spot. Tonight the Padres dealing with Kenta Maeda ready to work.
Well, taking a look at Kenta Maeda's arsenal. Heavy on the fastball, setting up the slider. That's his out pitch. He has some changeup ability, and the curveball is mixed in as well. But it's fastball slider when he's going well.
Now Jankowski leading it off tonight. 269, a home run, 7 runs batted in for Jankowski. Pitch headed down and in, and he swings over the top, 1-1. What is going on with the Padres' facial hair tonight? Any ideas?
I don't know. You know, Mark, that's part of the fraternity in that clubhouse. Somebody gets an idea and everybody starts to run with it. I don't know who came up with it, but that's something we can
There's
research.
That's going on.
I'm not a hair guy, but Scans, what do you got?
Well, apparently Skip Schumacher is taking responsibility for starting it, guys. He said, look, it's a rally stash. He basically shaved his beard off and the mustache appeared, and a bunch of other guys hopped on board, so they're hoping that it can bring him some rally. It worked last night. Hopefully it'll keep him going. Some good looks, some not as good, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's pretty well stated. This is lined into center field for Jankowski. Takes that 2-1 pitch and lines it into center for a ringing single.
Well, when you get ahead, you can look for certain pitches out over the plate, elevated, and Travis Jankowski has been hitting the ball where it's pitched, getting on top of that fastball. And a nice leadoff single for Joe Dirt / Travis Jankowski.
I love the go to the mustache thing he's doing now. He makes a great catch. He goes to the mustache, gets a base hit.
I like it.
Goes to the stash again.
I love the Joe Dirt. That's great, Sweens.
Lead runner on for the Padres here in the bottom of the 1st inning. He's got the Elvis sideburns going too. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh yeah, love the mutton chops.
Swahe at 208, 2 homers, 15 runs batted in.
We got Joe Dirt at first. We got Prince at the plate.
Yep.
The lip of the grass at third is Justin Turner. Line to right field. This is going to get in and go back towards the track of the wall. Jankowski racing around. Will be waved around by Glenn Hoffman. The throw coming from short right won't be a throw. Jankowski scores, and the Padres take a 1-0 lead. It's a double for Swahe, and it's 1-0 San Diego.
Some good hitting top of the order. Travis Jankowski going straight up the gut. Swahe with the four-seamer spinning on that one. And with the speed of Jankowski, there's no Puig in right field. I think that's one of the reasons why Glenn Hoffman maybe sends Jankowski. He'd probably score anyway, but you never know with the arm of Puig. He's on the DL. There's Kemp out there in right. And just like that, underneath that helmet, a raspberry beret probably for Carlos Swahe.
So Swahe now at second base. Jankowski running the bases and coming all the way around from first. Here is Will Myers. Look at Myers homer in a 5th straight game. He's homered in 4 straight, hitting at .412. 6 home runs, 7 RBIs during that span. .298 average overall, 8 homers, and 18 runs batted in. Looking to become the 3rd player in franchise history to homer in at least 5 straight games. Joining Greg Nettles and Adrian Gonzalez. Ground ball this time to third base. Turner looks the runner back at second and throws out Myers. So no advance for Swahe, who remains at second.
Dodger defense is brought to you by the San Diego Cadillac dealers. From left to right, Kike Hernandez, Cody Bellinger, and Matt Kemp. Justin Turner at third, Chris Taylor at shortstop, Logan Forsythe and Max Muncy at first base. Easy for me to say. And Austin Barnes is catching Kenta Maeda. Taylor 3 errors in the last 11 games at shortstop.
One down runner at second. It brings up Eric Hosmer.
Guys, I was talking to Oral Hershiser, the Cy Young Award winner and star of the '88 World Champion Dodgers, and he said if you get to Maeda early, that's one way to get to him because he could fall into that groove. And the Padres have done just that.
A run here in the first inning, looking for more. Hosmer coming in with 9 home runs and hitting safely in his last 3 straight games. Chops one foul outside of first base. Two doubles in the last 3 games for Hosmer. Nearly hit one out last night, but Bellinger made the catch at the wall. The new look for Travis Jankowski seems to be working out very well.
He's loving it. Single, run scored.
Great catch in the outfield. On the ground, foul again, 0-2.
A lot of off-speed pitches to Eric Hosmer in this series.
Well, at the plate, and there's been no secret he has struggled for the most part. 4 for his last 41. Swahe with a pretty short lead at second base. Taylor kind of cheating in behind him a little bit, keeping him close to that second base bag. Swing and a miss, and Hosmer strikes out. Second out here of the first inning.
The changeup slash split. Good arm speed, tumbling off the dish, down and away for the strikeout.
2 down brings up Hunter Renfroe. 245 homers and 22 runs batted in. Renfroe rocking the stash too. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch headed down and away too.
Yeah, Hunter's been getting in that mode where he's first pitch hunting, being very aggressive.
Got jammed and flips it foul down the first base line towards the seats and into him.
You know what else I've noticed about these Padres? It's been kind of on the warm side. A lot of guys going sans t-shirt under the jersey, showing off the chest lettuce.
Kind of a plunging neckline, I've noticed.
Yeah, Hunter looks like he's sans t-shirt, just straight jersey tonight. Carlos Swahe.
Remember Tommy Medica?
Yes, he went 3 buttons down.
3 buttons down. Rocking it.
0-2 to Renfroe. In the dirt, kind of picked on the backhand by Barnes.
Yeah, Tommy was not afraid to show it off.
No.
It's a nice block keeping the runner Swahe at second base.
Swahe at second, a run in with 2 down in this Padres first inning. Bounces in and blocked by Barnes again. With a couple of good defensive plays.
That was a lawn dart. Really trying to bust this slider off way too much.
Center fielder Cody Bellinger over towards the left center. Good sized gap in right center field. Freddie Galvis waiting on deck. Working pretty slowly here in the first inning. And a swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Renfroe strikes out to end the inning. But a double by Swahe drives in a run. 1-0 San Diego.
nobody likes the Dodgers, so you want to get them a little more than any other team. But I've been fortunate to do good against them so far, so hopefully I can just keep it rolling against them.
Eric Lauer expressing very clearly that Beat LA is not just a fun slogan that the fans wear on their t-shirts. It's actually an attitude that is in this Padres clubhouse. And Andy Green has said that he's happy to see his young players embracing that rivalry. Now, my question to you guys is, does it carry over to the press box if something happens up there? Are fisticuffs going on?
I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't been down this road before, but I kind of like Oral Hershiser and Joe Davis. They're nice guys, you know.
Joe is likable.
Yeah.
And how can you not love the Bulldog?
Yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I tell you what, I will throw a haymaker at Charlie Steiner.
Oh, really? You'd like to punch Charlie Steiner is what you just said.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going on the record.
How are you going to get through Rick Monday?
Wow.
That's true. There's Charlie.
How can you punch Charlie Steiner? Really?
I love those guys.
Oh,
they're great.
Mark Grant. How about
Kevin Kennedy?
Kevin Kennedy.
Yeah.
You're not going to get through Kevin Kennedy
No,
either.
to get to Charlie.
San Diego State Aztec catcher, Kevin Kennedy.
Former Major League manager.
Yeah.
Texas, Boston. Mark Grant wants to punch Charlie Steiner is what I got out of that. Wow. Well, one pitch coming up here to Max Muncy.
We probably won't talk about that tomorrow, do you think?
No, well, it's definitely going to come up, I'm sure.
Word has probably traveled already.
It's probably on his phone right now.
Yeah.
Mark Grant wants to punch you. Charlie's locked in, though. He's not checking that phone. 1-1 to Muncy. And a miss outside. 2-1.
Well, Joey Lucchesi needs early strikes. He saw it firsthand with Eric Lauer last night. That's a good feeling right there, guys. After pitching the gym, sitting in the dugout, doing your work, watching
your 4 days.
Big league ball game.
That's amazing. From one end of the spectrum to the other. You have a bad outing, you got to wait all that time for another start. You have a good one, it's got to be very enjoyable next couple of days.
It didn't happen too often for me, but I tell you, when it did, there's a feeling when you're in that uniform, there's nothing like it.
How much a difference was that extra velocity he had last night, do you think?
I think it was huge, and Darren Balsey talked about it. Been working on the front leg on his follow through, and Mark Sweeney can testify to this because I think it works the same way with hitting. Mark talks about the stiff front leg right on the follow. It generates power through the top, and that's what happens with pitchers. If you're a little soft down on the front side, not saying it's a ironclad plan for every pitcher, but that's the one thing for Eric. He was a little soft on the front side, not stiffening up and generating that power, and I think we saw it come to fruition last night.
On the ground right side, Hosmer lays it out from his backside. The throw's going to be close, and it's not in time. Apparently Lucchesi did not get the foot down in time. Muncy going to beat it out, according to first base umpire Jordan Baker. And we'll see here if the Padres will challenge this.
Well, you see him going to his right side, and the challenge is right now the accuracy of the throw. Pulls him towards home plate just a little bit. And Muncy getting down the line. Very tough throw to make with the accuracy. If he let him, I think he has him.
No challenge from the Padres here. 1 out, 1 on, and it brings up Logan Forsythe. Second baseman for LA. Former Padre takes strike 1. Forsythe hitting under 200, just under 200 at 199. 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. 58th game he's been in.
He's grounded into 5 twin killings this year.
So you're saying he's a candidate?
He is a candidate. Heads up on the left side of the infield with that curve. Something down and in that he will drop the head, and it's kind of, if it's tough to elevate if it's in that one area of the strike zone. So we're talking about going this way on the breaking ball towards the left side of the infield.
A little bit high, framed there by Hedges to give Ben May, the home plate umpire, a little longer to look at it.
Looks like a strike to me.
2-1 to Forsythe. And he slaps it foul off to the right, out of play. Well, the Dodgers have been talking about perhaps using a 6-man rotation. Walker Buehler returns from the DL on Friday. Dodgers will play a game in 17 consecutive days following the All-Star break. They're going to learn a lot about themselves right after the break. Dave's tired before the break. Really going to be tired after the break. The swing and a miss here. Forsythe strikes out. Second strikeout for Lucchesi. 2 down. Well, this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, our Fox Sports Fan Express will be picking up passengers from the Pacific Surfliner at the Santa Fe Depot and bringing them down to Petco Park. Check PacificSurfliner.com for schedules. 2 down here in the second inning. Max Muncy at first and brings up Cody Bellinger. 241, 17 homers, 43 runs batted in. Bellinger batting 7th tonight in the Dodgers order. In there for a strike, 1-1. Just picks up that outside corner. A shift in play here for the Padres on the right side with Galvis on the right side of the infield with Swahe in short right field. Popped up foul back below us.
Now, Lucchesi does not sport the same 95 that Eric Lauer has. We saw it last night, so he's going to be really tuned in to hitting his spots with that fastball. He can go up and out of the zone with it. It's got a little bit of cut to it, which he will get a swing and miss. But something over the plate, a little bit too fat, might be a little trouble against these Dodger hitters. So he's got to be really careful. Like this pitch, if that's a fastball in, you better get it in.
On the ground in left field, down towards the corner. So Muncy hits for third. Myers will get it back in. It's second and third with 2 down in the inning. We saw Bellinger last night take a pitch the other way. With the shift in play again, he does the same thing tonight. A double to the left field corner.
Well, we saw Austin Hedges asking for this in, not necessarily on the corner, but missing in. This misses out over the plate. And you can see Bellinger just trying to play pepper going the other way with 2 strikes. Mechanically not very good, but the result is very good. Second and third for the Dodgers.
Seems like he's making a concentrated effort to do more of that instead of pulling all the time now.
Yeah, and you see that front side breaking down, and much like Mark Grant talked about with Eric Lauer, that's something you definitely don't want to do. You want to let that ball travel and hit the ball the other way. A lot of different ways to skin a cat.
Intentional walk here of the no throw kind for Austin Barnes. So the base is now loaded with 2 down in the inning, and they'll go after Kenta Maeda, the pitcher. At the plate this year is 2 for 21. 195 average coming in, his 3rd major league season. Overall, a 120 batting average. He's got a home run here at Petco Park. Off Andrew Kashner back in 2016. His first season in the major leagues.
Looks like a hanging slider.
Fouls it off and evens the count at 1-1. "35 pitches and an inning and 2/3 for Lucchesi in a jam here. Bases loaded with Muncy at third, Bellinger at second, Barnes at first. Kenta Maeda, the pitcher, batting with a chance to help himself out. Fouls it off, 1-2. Sun setting off to the left and the temperature is cooling off here. after another warm day today in San Diego. Picture perfect from Petco Park in San Diego. One-two pitch. Maeda sends it back up the middle. Aswahe will flip to second just in time for the force out. There's bang bang, pretty close, but they're out of the jam in the inning. And the Dodgers will leave them loaded as we head to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0. Padres have the lead. Nifty play, run around the bag at second. Glove to glove. Heroes, and we look at the life and career of Pee Wee Reese. Hats off for Heroes. Served as a chief petty officer in the U.S. Navy from 1942 through 1945. A 16-year major league career with the Dodgers, hitting at .269 with 126 home runs, 885 RBIs, a 10-time All-Star, and inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1984. Pee Wee Reese, very impressive.
Love the Dodger history, and wish I could go back in time. And there's tons of players that I'd like to go back and see, and Pee Wee Reese being one of them. And you know, when people mention his name, I think of one thing. I think of when Jackie Robinson was with the Dodgers, and it was in the movie, and it was the time when there was like a break in the action or something, and they were in between innings, whatever the case may be. And Pee Wee Reese actually went to Jackie Robinson, put his arm around him when they were on the field, and kind of like saying, you know what, you're one of us. You're our guy.
Powerful moment.
You're a teammate.
And we head here to the bottom of the second inning. Padres have a 1-0 lead. Joey Lucchesi had to pitch his way out of a major jam in the top half of this inning. And Maeda was the last at bat, so it took a little longer to get ready here in between innings. And now ready to work to 6, 7, and 8 for the Padres here in the second inning. Galvis, Villanueva, and Hedges.
Freddie Galvis rocking those beautiful socks, stance socks that have number 51.
I was just going to say, yeah, those are Trevor out there, huh? Nice.
The 98 uniforms tonight, they work. Hall of Famer.
.234, 4 homers, and 30 runs batted in. Strike one. Freddie Galvis hitting at .462 in his career against Kenta Maeda. 2 doubles and a home run.
Before this game, as we take a look at those great socks on Freddie, there's Skip Schumacher at first base wearing them as well. The last 3 starts for Maeda versus left-handed hitters. 3 for 37. And right out of the gate, Jankowski lefty knock. Aswahe double RBI. A good sign for San Diego tonight.
0-2 from Maeda. Galvis kind of got jammed there and flips it off to the left off the thumbs. Center fielder Cody Bellinger over towards left center. Big gap out in right center field for Galvis, and they're pretty deep. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out. Third strikeout for Maeda. One down here in the second inning.
We saw this pitch earlier. There's that split finger grip, and it tumbles. The key is arm speed. Doesn't come out hot like a fastball, and then that movement as well. Gets a hitter way out in front for the swing and a miss.
One down here in the second inning for Christian Villanueva. 227, 17 homers, and 41 runs batted in. Do you like the pinstripes, Mark Sweeney?
I love them. Obviously, when you win that many games in 1998 in those uniforms, it's always nice to have those throwback nights. How about you?
I love them. I think this uniform and the orange with the logo is probably my favorite.
Yeah, it makes the Padres pop.
It does.
I like these unis. And like you, Mark, wearing those in '98, right? I'm partial kind of the brown because I wore the brown. I think it could work if it was used the right way.
0-2 pitch. And that'll skip in.
The way I look at it is, let's say you're in a restaurant or a bar or out with friends and you turn on a TV and there's a game, bang, you know exactly with the brown, you know it's the Padres. That's like when you turn on the TV and you see the green with the, you know it's the A's, right? There are certain distinguishing colors that when you turn on, you know, bang, that's that team. And I think it could work.
Swing and a miss, and Villanueva strikes out. That's 4 straight strikeouts for Kenta Maeda. 2 down here in the second inning. Time now for the Kia drive to success. Kenta Maeda getting a start tonight for the LA Dodgers. Highest strikeouts per 9 innings by a right-hander, 4th in that category. Strikeout every 10.93 at bats. National League leaders, a minimum 15 starts. Max Scherzer on top of that list. Two down in the second inning for Austin Hedges. Little check swing foul off to the right. Austin had a big night last night, including a 3-run home run. He's now got 4 home runs on the year, 16 RBIs, and hitting at 209.
He's going with a little chest gravy himself.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. StatCast powered by AWS.
Chest gravy?
Is that the same thing as chest lettuce?
No.
Sure. You know what I got on Austin? I know he's got the little underneath the lip one, but with the mustache, I got a little Sid Bream back in the.
That's a good call.
Yeah. Right-handed hitting Sid Bream.
With chest moss.
Scored that big run against the Pirates.
Yeah.
He was lumbering around third, wasn't he?
Fly ball jolted out towards right center field. Kemp on the run, and he's not going to get there. It's through to the track and the wall. Hedges will stop at second base. A 2-out double for Austin Hedges.
Well, you got to love it because it's 2 strikes, and that's what Austin Hedges has been doing with that slider. With 2 strikes, you have to stay back. Watch him track it all the way and shoots this into the gap. Matt Kemp goes and gets it and does a little flip. Yeah, there's the stash, Love. That's a little sniff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Two down, Hedges at second base, and brings up Joey Lucchesi. 1 for 16 so far at the plate for Lucchesi. 63 batting average in his first year in the majors. Strike to Lucchesi. Maeda had struck out 4 Padres in a row for the double gapper double to right center by Austin Hedges. Sun setting off to the left here. Petco Park in San Diego. Pretty sky above the stadium right now. Two and one.
Just a little game of pepper here for Joey Lucchesi. Avoid the strikeout. Put the ball in play. You never know what's going to happen. You might find a hole. And Austin Hedges doesn't run that well. The outfield playing very, very shallow in the event of a ball getting through. Hey, if it's first and third, then you flip the lineup over, and Travis Jankowski leading off, waiting on deck.
Three balls and a strike here with 2 down. Lucchesi's had a pretty patient at bat. Maeda 33 pitches deep into his outing.
I think this is an automatic take here. 3-1. Wavering with mechanics.
Top of the order, Travis Jankowski waiting on deck. There's a strike, full count. It would appear to be taking all the way right there.
Well, 063 batting average coming in, so why not? You know you're probably going to get the same pitch here, or 3-2.
Slaps it foul off to the left out of play. Center fielder Cody Bellinger shallow and into left center.
Sal Maeda sets up with that split finger grip and then adjusts accordingly in his glove, depending on what the sign is put down.
Another foul by Lucchesi, if nothing else, driving up the pitch count here for Maeda. And the 8th pitch of this at bat is coming up. Honeycutt looking on, the pitching coach for LA. Austin Hedges at second base with 2 down. Padres have a 1-0 lead tonight and looking for more here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Strike 3 call, and that will end the inning. 5th strikeout for Maeda. Done with 2, 1-0 Padres.
take on Luka Modric and Croatia in the FIFA World Cup final. Coverage begins Sunday at 7 a.m. Pacific. We'll stream it live on the Fox Sports app. It's gotten down to 2 teams. It's going to be exciting right here in Fox.
Time now for our Ram Trucks Tools of the Trade.
Travis Jankowski in center field tonight. He was playing on the second baseman side. He got a good jump that first step. How far did he go? 52.4 feet. The flowing locks, grabbing it, and the mustache love. That was nice.
Third inning with the Padres on top 1-0. Top of the order for the Dodgers coming up in Chris Taylor. Kike Hernandez, then Justin Turner expected. Chris Taylor lined out to center field in the first inning. 0 for 1. That was a great catch out there by Jankowski. And Taylor last 6 games has struggled. 3 for his last 22 on the top spot in the Dodgers order. 11 strikeouts of those 22 at bats, half the time.
You think about what the difference of 2 years make. Dave Roberts couldn't take him out of the leadoff spot last year. That's how productive he has been. And this year, he's just trying to find that spot where he feels comfortable.
Looks like they're going to try the fastball away here. And he left it out over the plate, but a fly ball to center field. Jankowski makes the catch for the first out of the third inning. Again, Taylor going to the center fielder, Jankowski. Easier play for Travis this time. 1 down. We'll bring up Kike Hernandez. Hernandez flying out to the center fielder, Travis Jankowski, as well. He is 0 for 1 in the ball game. 310 against the Padres in the season series. A couple of home runs. Skips in for ball 1. Hernandez has seen time at every position except for pitcher and catcher this season. Talk about versatility. This one is cued down the first base line, but spins its way foul, short of the bag at first. And it's been amazing how many positions this guy has played. Here's the total breakdown of positions played this year.
That's remarkable because I'm sure Kike Hernandez is not going to win a Gold Glove at any of those positions, but he's probably not going to embarrass himself either. Very serviceable and feeling good about putting him out there if he needs to spell somebody for a day or two.
How many different kinds of gloves do you think Kike Hernandez has?
Well, that glove contract, I'm telling you what, it's hard to get them all in the spot where you really like it.
Yeah.
So many guys are used to just getting one glove ready and having a backup.
Yeah, can you imagine having to break in, what, 4 or 5 gloves?
Yeah. Trouble traveling that many.
Yeah, they probably have to get a storage compartment just for one.
Just for Kike.
One guy.
A little bit high, 2-2. Center fielder Travis Jankowski, step or 2 towards left center. It looks like they're going to try to come in here on Hernandez. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. Would you say that Lucchese's delivery is a little more involved than Lauer's?
Yes.
There's more going on.
Yes, a lot of moving parts. A lot of moving parts to get into that one important position to where that front foot hits and where your arm is in relation to where you want to be in a good release point out front. But yeah, That's a lot of moving parts for Joey Lucchesi.
How much of that is height being a part of it? At all? In the air to right field, down the line towards the corner. Renfroe over. That's going to land fair. Renfroe turns and fires towards second base, and it'll be off the mark and safe with a double is Kike Hernandez.
Well, we've seen this act before. Glove side spin, throw on the run. Just off the mark a little bit. But to answer your question, Don, regarding the mechanics, I think the height really doesn't have much to do with it, I would think, because there are guys who are shorter than Joey who have herky-jerky deliveries. It's just something I'm sure that he has done for a long, long time and feels comfortable doing it. Why change?
One out, Hernandez at second base. Justin Turner standing in, and watch your face.
Wow.
Spins him out of the box.
Well, troubling trend has started, and you see Joey Lucchesi only 4 of 11 first pitch strikes. You can see this one has a little bit of purpose and gets Justin Turner's attention.
One up and in, now one away, and Lucchesi falls behind here, 2-0. Highest OPS versus left-handers since 2017. Juan Arenado leading in that category. Giancarlo Stanton, J.D. Martinez, and then Justin Turner.
A lot of walks, a lot of doubles, a lot of home runs. Getting on base against lefties, sees the ball well. And this is a dangerous count here, 2-0.
Tying run at second base. And that's ball 3, 3-0. Matt Kemp waiting on deck as the Dodgers bat here in the visiting half of the third inning. Takes a 3-0, and it's in there for a strike, 3-1. Casey has walked one. It was intentionally of Austin Barnes in the second. He has struck out 2. There's a 1-0 lead here in the third inning. Cheating in from second was Zaswahe, and stepping off was Lucchesi. Next pitch will be the 50th of the night for the Padres left-hander. Popped up foul off to the right, and battling back is Lucchesi. Full count now.
You see Justin Turner with that high leg kick. Wow. I think the Dodgers season took a turn for the worse during spring training when Justin Turner got hit by Kendall Graveman of the Oakland A's on that left wrist.
Well, there's a lot of momentum moving forward in that swing.
Sure is. Key is when he gets his foot down, if he can generate that power. Last year we saw a lot of it. This year not the same.
Strike 3 call. Turner gets the bad news. He's out number 2 of the inning. He's headed towards first base. Third strikeout for Lucchesi.
Yeah, there's so many things involved here. Watch Austin Hedges, how he presents this pitch. Holds it right at the top of the strike zone. Ben May punches out Justin Turner. Justin didn't like it. That was a strike.
The second time tonight that Turner's down by way of the K. 2 down. And it brings up Matt Kemp. Boos have been consistent here, night in and night out. The first 3 games of this series, and the return from Matt Kemp to Petco Park. Takes strike 1. A tough night last night. 4 strikeouts, and turned out to be the final out of last night's ball game too.
He had a couple pitches last night that he missed. I think that one right there bothered him. And then ending the game is Kirby Yates. with that nice 3-2 split finger.
Well, the Padre pitching staff has really pitched him extremely well. Held him hitless.
Pickoff bid at second base, and Suaje moved in to cover, but back safely was Hernandez. Second time Suaje's tried to get a pickoff play of Hernandez there at second base.
It's one of those to where if you spin and you don't feel comfortable throwing the baseball, remember you do not have to throw to second base. Rather than maybe throwing something over his head or in the dirt into center field.
Swing and a miss, 0-2. It's amazing how there are so many pitchers who are uncomfortable throwing to bases. You are pinpoint control being a pitcher when you're dealing with pitcher catcher, but then all of a sudden you throw in a throw to second base, and
some guys have the thing.
Wow. Yeah.
It's hard throwing a strike to the bases.
Do you have trouble?
I did not.
No. 0-2. Kemp will take it, and it just misses low. 1-2.
You know, he's even talking to himself in the batter's box. That's a tough position to be in. What 4 strikeouts will do to you.
In the midst of a meeting with himself.
Yes, he is.
Time called, and Kemp backs out. Casey going back and forth here a little bit with Hedges. Hernandez had a 1-out double at second base with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Lined, and that's into left field for a base hit. Hernandez coming around to tie the game 1-1 on an RBI single with 2 down from Matt Kemp. Oh, Casey got ahead 1-2, but Kemp drives in the game tying run.
Well, let's check the location. It was up, belt buckle high. That's not where he wanted it, and that's a good pitch for any hitter. And Matt Kemp short quick to that baseball to the pull side, just to the left of Freddie Galvis. That was a mistake. And once again, doesn't have the 95. 91, 92 is a different story.
2 down, Kemp at first, and it brings up Max Muncy. Muncy singled in the 2nd inning, 1 for 1. And takes strike 1. That's the Padres this year, coming in hitting at .350. 3 homers, 7 runs in 8 games, and highest slugging percentage since May the 1st. 4th in that category. Take strike 2. It's lefties this season. Muncy hitting at .314. Dodgers have tied it up here 1-1 in the 2nd inning. 2 down, Kemp at first. Jankowski over towards left center. And the left-handed hitting Max Muncy takes ball 2, 2-2.
MLB.TV All-Star Sale is here, $39.99. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV to take advantage of this sale.
Well, it had been 0-2, but it is a full count now. A lot of pitches here for Luke Casey, 60 of them through 2 2/3. Logan Forsythe waiting on deck. Hosmer now playing off the bag and reaching out and looping one to shallow left. That'll drop in. Kemp to third, throw goes there. He's safe on a head first slide. First and third, 2 down.
Tell you what, this story in baseball, along with Jesus Aguilar of the Milwaukee Brewers, they continue to capitalize on opportunities. Max Muncy, not only is he hit home runs, but he can dump this into left as Will Myers tries the one-footed throw to third base to get Matt Kemp.
Well, as we look at the pitch count, Don, you mentioned it. That was 61 for Joey Lucchesi. He has recorded 8 outs. That's over 7.5 pitches per on the average, and that's a lot of pitches for each hitter.
Yeah, and tonight the pacing on both sides. Remember last night how efficient it was? Strike one.
Yeah.
You have a certain momentum. That's uncomfortable for hitters. Tonight, too much time gives the comfort back to the opposition.
First and third, 2 down. A run in, and Logan Forsythe coming up here for LA. Hedges reeling off the signs here.
In case the Dodgers want to put that runner at first base in motion.
And the Padres were just charged with a mound visit there, and now the trainer is going to come out here with Andy Green to talk to Joey Lucchesi. Paul Navarro coming out, so we'll see. Something may be up here with Joey Lucchesi. Casey says he's all right, and they will head back to the dugout. Haven't noticed him favoring anything so far.
I have no idea what that was about.
In a jam here with 2 down, a run in, first and third. Forsythe 1 for 15 with 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Strike on the outside corner.
The only thing that after a visit like that involves a trainer, I watch a pitcher, then the next pitch or two, does he finish off his pitches? Does he get the good follow through? Does he get extended?
What do you think?
He looked normal. Looked fine for the previous pitches. That was one of those curves, just left up a little bit, but you know he does pitch up in the zone.
Kemp at third, Muncy at first, 2 down, a run in. And a grounder up the middle as the backhand goes to Suaje. Galvis covers, but he can't catch it. Run will score, and the Dodgers will take a 2-1 lead. The flip eludes Galvis, and from third comes Matt Kemp to put LA on top 2-1.
Such a hard play for a middle infielder because you're going hard to your right. Now you got to redirect and try to throw it to Freddie Galvis, covering for the force. A lot having to go right there for that play to be completed.
Ruled a base hit and an RBI for Logan Forsythe. Cody Bellinger with 2 on. Will pop it up foul off to the left out of play. Long inning for Lucchesi. This will be his 29th pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch is fouled off at the dish. We'll do it again. 0-2. Bellinger, the 7th member of the Dodgers, bat here in the 3rd inning. LA has scored twice so far. A little bit high, 1-2.
Look at the bill. Look at the sweat coming off the bill of his cap.
It's like a driving rainstorm.
Oh my gosh. When he was looking down, it was coming down in drops.
Now foul. We'll do it again. 1-2. Dodgers have 4 hits in the inning, 2 runs. 7 have batted, 2 have scored, and you got pitch number 70 coming up for Lucchesi through 2 2/3 innings. To the backstop on the fly. Everybody's going to move up.
Wow, really laboring.
Wild pitch charge to Lucchesi.
Guys, was that a cross up, you think? Two-seam fastball and not even close for Austin.
Well, the guy on second base, it's multiple signs, so you're wondering if that is something that came into play.
That's a lot of pitches for 8 outs.
Grounded by the mound towards short. Galvis comes in. The throw, dug out, no. Off the glove of Hosmer, run will score. From third comes Muncy, and it's now 3-1 LA. Galvis had to hurry the throw. Bellinger got down the line very well, and Hosmer could not dig it out.
You can almost see the mud on the baseball there, and he had to quicken up a little bit because of Bellinger's speed.
Oh, Bellinger got down that line very quickly. We know he can run.
E6, no RBI. 3-1 Dodgers on top, 1st and 3rd, and Austin Barnes coming up.
Well, you can see defensively not as sharp. It has a lot to do with the pacing. This pacing slows down defensively. You start getting on your heels just a little bit. Challenge is mentally staying in pitch to pitch.
35th pitch of the inning coming up. 8th batter of the inning for the Dodgers. Blocked by Hedges. Adam Simber up in the pen right now for the Padres. Strike call, 1-1. Austin Barnes was intentionally walked in the 2nd inning. Got the time, loaded the bases, and Kenta Maeda, the pitcher, came up, and Lucchesi got out of a bases loaded jam unscathed in the 2nd inning. He's been touched for 3 runs here in the 3rd inning. For the 1st, and back to the bag is Bellinger.
And this is this inning. I mean, 36 pitches in 1 inning, that is a workout.
Strike two. Been a lot of stressful pitches too. A lot of people on base. Fouled off, and we'll do it again. 1-2. Count right now 1-2. Base percentage of .205 in that situation. Forsythe at third base, Bellinger at first with 2 down. And it's fouled back to the screen. Been ahead of some of the Dodgers, but had trouble putting them away.
I was just going to mention that in the inning, we've seen a lot of pitches, but a lot of foul balls too, making Joey work extra hard. I mean, that's 30. How many pitches was it? 30, 29, 39 this inning without a rest. That's
strike 3, and it will end the inning. But the Dodgers scored 3 times and lead it 3-1.
unforgettable show from the nation's capital. The MLB All-Star Game, July 17th, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app.
Well, the final fan votes are in, and Gene Segura is now going to the All-Star Game. So is Jesus Aguilar, representing the Mariners and the Brewers.
Gene Segura has so many hits, and that offense has run through the Seattle Mariners, especially with Cano on that suspension list. And Jesus Aguilar, what a story. We talked about Max Muncy, but Jesus Aguilar is that guy that for the Milwaukee Brewers, he keeps on pounding the baseball. 23 home runs. I was surprised he was at the final vote.
Those are unbelievable numbers, and it's you know, he's in the other division. We don't see him a lot, but that's the kind of numbers and the kind of kid you root for, to being able to represent the Milwaukee Brewers in the All-Star Game. It's a great first half.
Well, incredible honor to be elected any way you get there to the All-Star Game, I think, and I think you feel the same way.
Yeah, I think it's amazing, and obviously when you think of the National League, Dave Roberts representing the National League this year, he's going to have some choices, especially guys that are pitching on Sunday. They're going to be ineligible to pitch. So John Lester looks like he's scheduled to pitch. He's not going to be able to be available for that All-Star Game.
There's been a long conversation going on with the trainers, Joey Lucchese, Austin Hedges over there as well.
Looked like Austin was going over some signs with Joey. Kind of sequence of signs there. Making sure they're on the same page.
Travis Jankowski leading it off for the Padres here in the third inning.
You know, one way to look at that Dodger third inning, could have been much worse, don't you think? Sure, it's a crooked number, it's 3, but the Padres only trailing by 2. So they've got some work to do.
Tough inning as far as Lucchese goes pitch-wise. Through the first 3 now, he's thrown 77 pitches. Appears the bullpen is going to be a big factor in this game for the Padres. Down the left field line and landing foul.
Well, that's when you revert back and you say how important that Eric Lauer outing was last night. Only having to use Kirby Yates the last out of the game. And also Luis Perdomo and what he did the night before.
Carlos Asuaje, then Will Myers expected here in the bottom of the third inning for the Padres. On the ground down the first baseline, Max Muncy's going to need help, and Maeda gets there in time to cover for the out.
Well, I thought at first that Muncy was kind of maybe going towards the line and tag him himself, but not the case. Nice flip on the way by. Yeah, a lot of mud on those baseballs. You see that are hitting out in front of home plate? Mark, you made reference to that ground ball to Freddie Galvis that we saw off the bat of Bellinger last half inning.
One down here in the third inning. Carlos Asuaje, the batter. Asuaje with a double to drive in a run in the first inning. The lone Padres run of the night. Maeda back to the rosin and behind the pitcher's mound. And getting themselves set here. Behind in the count, 1-0. Maeda not really a quick worker, pretty deliberate, even with nobody on.
Yeah, especially with people on base. He definitely slows himself down, but he is nibbling on the edges tonight. Padres going to have to get him to the middle of the plate.
He's got the feel for that good changeup tonight too, that splitting.
Maeda's first start since returning from paternity leave. Maeda and his wife welcome their second child, a son, on Friday. Maeda's last start. Only 1 earned run in 5 2/3, took a no decision in a 3-2 loss to the Angels last Friday. Inside out swing, and this one fouled off to our left. Maeda does not have great numbers against the Padres. Comes in at 2-3. His last 7 starts with a 5.88 earned run average against the Padres dating back to September of 2016. He's got a 3-1 lead with 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Well, here comes that split.
Will Myers waiting on deck with 1 out here in the third. To center field, sending Cody Bellinger back towards the track to make the catch for out number 2. Asuaje gives it a ride to straightaway center into one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. 2 down. Will Myers coming up. He has been hot. Last 4 games, hitting at .412 with 6 home runs in the last 4 games, 7 RBIs. Third Padre with 6 home runs in 4 games.
The one thing I notice, on those home runs in the last 4 games is that crushing mistakes, not swinging through them, not fouling them back, taking advantage of a fastball up in the zone, and using the whole field like we say so many times. Good first pitch slider right there. I think Maeda's thrown a lot of those tonight, has he?
I don't think I've seen too many.
Yeah.
Pitch 50 of the night coming up for Maeda. And Myers grounded out to third baseman Justin Turner in the first. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Padres got a run in the first, left to Suaje at second base. And the second they left Hedges at second base, and so far have not had anybody reach here in the third inning. Off balance cut, and Myers strikes out to end the third. A 1-2-3 inning for Maeda. 3-1 LA.
Thursday Padre home games are Friar Family Days, and tickets include a hot dog, a soda, and family experience for only $15 for kids and $20 for adults. Kids with a dedicated ticket for Monday games will receive a giveaway item. On Tuesdays, post-game kids run the bases. Wednesdays feature a clinic on the wiffle ball field in the park at the park. Tickets can be purchased online at www.padres.com/FriarFamily.
Top of the fourth inning, and Joey Lucchesi back on the mound again, dealing with Kenta Maeda, Dodgers pitcher. Grounded into a fielder's choice in the second inning, 0 for 1. Reaches out and kind of serves this into the air, shallow right. And Renfroe is there to make the catch. Suaje was kind of racing out there, but easier play for Renfroe for the first out of the fourth inning. Top of the order coming up in Chris Taylor. 0 for 2 tonight, has lined out to center, flied out to center, and getting his third look at Joey Lucchesi, who could really use an economical inning here. 1-2-3 type inning. His next pitch would be the 80th of his outing.
Well, the last 3 outings for Joey, 70, 85, 81 in the pitch count. The most he's thrown this year is 103 back in Arizona on April 22nd.
Falls behind here, 2-0 to leadoff hitter Chris Taylor.
Yeah, all 3 at bats against Chris Taylor, he's been 2-0.
Grounds it foul outside of third, and it's 2-1. Center fielder Jankowski a step or two towards right center. Good size gap out in left center. And foul to the screen to even the count at 2-2. Casey taking a loss his last time out, 5 1/3, 2 runs. Not getting any run support in that effort against the Diamondbacks. Sounds like a broken bat grounder left side, cutting it off. No, Villanueva just knocked it down, and reaching is Taylor.
Christian Villanueva will be the first one to tell you, I need to make this play. I have to make this play. A very makeable play. And with the way that Joey Lucchese's been pitching tonight, can't afford to be throwing any more pitches. He needs those outs being made.
Another error for the Padres, their second of the game. One out, one on, and Kike Hernandez the batter. Over, but back is Taylor. Well, for the most part, Lucchese has been more effective with fewer days off in between starts and after his start on Friday in Arizona. Tonight's outing's coming on 4 days rest, as this will miss.
That's one that's I've never really figured out.
Fewer rest?
Yeah, fewer rest. As opposed to
what do you have trouble?
more day. I mean, 4 days off is usually the way to go when you're a starting pitcher. You pitch, and then every 5th day would be 4 days off, correct? Well, maybe the extra day off maybe feels a little too strong. I've heard that case. That's one that's tough to figure out, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Throw over and back is Taylor.
I would assume it's tougher for younger pitchers that are used to that routine.
Used to it. Yeah, that's a great point.
Older guys probably like it.
Yeah.
Hear a lot of times where at the end of the year, older guys will even skip their bullpen sessions to try to add to that strength issue. So you'd think a day off or an extra day would help. A 1-1 situation. You got to be careful of the Dodgers. This is when they have a lead, they attack on the base paths.
Ball 2-1 to Kike Hernandez with 1 out and 1 on.
Slide step by Lucchese there.
Relatively short lead for Taylor at first base. And this one chopped left side. Shortstop Galvis to second for 1, and that's all they'll get. They get the lead runner on the force out at second base. Hernandez will reach at first with 2 down in the inning. Well, some storylines around baseball. Manny Machado A lot of rumors about him perhaps going somewhere else between now and the trade deadline, but doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. 23 home runs, a .314 batting average. Gleyber Torres for the Yankees at .294. And about the Cleveland Indians, 11 blown saves. And right now their bullpen at 5.37, the worst in the majors. You would imagine that the Indians are looking for bullpen help right now.
Absolutely. Gleyber Torres, oh, the Gleyber of love for the Yankees, what he has done. And then, of course, Manny Machado, the price just keeps skyrocketing, right? As far as we get closer to the trade deadline, and he continues to be Manny. What other teams are going to give up to acquire Manny Machado?
And will he be a rental?
Right.
And then be somewhere else next year?
You know what's interesting, too, on that rental side? I think teams want to go out and get him right now because he had 2 home run game yesterday. But the pressures of the Baltimore Orioles have Manny Machado. He's their only representative, and he's starting the All-Star game. So, and you know where it is? It's in Washington. So there's an interesting element to this trading deadline for Manny Machado. Obviously, he's going to bring in a pretty good haul. They're asking for one of those top prospects.
And he hit those 2 home runs yesterday against the Yankees, and the Yankees are one of the teams that might be in the mix.
They're definitely in the mix. If they're not in the mix, they want to drive that price up as much as possible for the opposition.
Is Cleveland going to be one of those teams that try to get him and an arm? Because you know what? They're on the clock, right? The Cubs were on the clock. They beat the Indians. Now the Indians are on the clock. And if this is the year, do you want to hold back, or do you want to acquire that guy to put you over the hump?
Andrew Miller's twice on the disabled list this year. For Terry Francona, it's not about acquiring somebody to win the division. I think they have that handily. But they definitely need to set up their rotation and then their bullpen so they're strong in the playoffs.
They got an 8.5 game lead right now, top the American League Central over the Minnesota Twins.
Could they get like a Machado? There's been talk, Britton, Brock, 2, maybe all 3 in the deal, where Cleveland gives up whatever they got in the minor leagues to get him over that hump.
I would consider it. I really would. I mean, if you think you're that close and it's a couple guys away, I think you got to do it.
It might be your only time.
How many times do you have Corey Kluber doing what he's doing? And there's not many times that you get that opportunity. You got to take your shots.
Well, the Padres have action in the pen. You may have seen Phil Maton up in the pen. 1-1 pitch from Lucchesi. To center. Jankowski started back, now comes in and makes the catch that ends the inning. 3.5 done. Dodgers have a 3-1 lead.
Maeda tonight has been all about the put-away pitch, a split finger. He had 4 straight strikeouts in the first inning to end it, and then also the top of the second. And then 6 strikeouts. 5 of them have come on the splitter. That's been the difference tonight. The split finger put-away pitches compared to Joey Lucchesi, who has extended his work tonight without that out pitch.
3-1 Dodgers have the lead here into the bottom of the 4th inning, and Eric Hosmer leading it off. Hosmer struck out swinging in the 1st inning.
See if he starts breaking out that slider more and more. Dicing and slicing home plate, down and into lefties, splitty away. Hitting those corners, both sides, below the knees. So guys, this is what I'm talking about as we take a look at home plate right there. This is what he's trying to do with his pitches. There and there, right? Down and away. Staying out of the heart of the plate. Bang, bang. Looks like a slider down and in here.
Swing and a miss, and Hosmer strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. That's 7 strikeouts for Maeda.
There's the first one to Eric Hosmer on the split finger, and he just finished him off with another split finger fastball. Movement out of the heart of the plate equals swing and a miss, and a strikeout for Maeda.
1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning brings up Hunter Renfroe. A strikeout victim in the 1st inning. He is 0 for 1. And now 5 in a row retired by Maeda. 3 of the 5 by way of the K.
Ooh. See Barnes bring that one back. That ball was well off the plate.
11 of 14 first pitch strikes for Maeda on the night. Play for Renfroe to pull. Cody Bellinger, center fielder. Step or two towards left center. And a big swing and a miss there for Renfroe. '60th pitch of the night coming up for the Dodgers right-hander. Fouled back. Still 1-2.
I think that's the last fastball he gets. That split finger has been so good. He also has that slider in his back pocket.
That was the one fastball he could have done some damage with too, the opposite field.
Skips in 2-2. Seven strikeouts on the night so far for Maeda. Freddie Galvis waiting on deck with 1 down here in the Padres 4th inning. Swing and a miss, and Renfroe strikes out for the 2nd time tonight. 8 strikeouts for Maeda. 2 down here in the 4th inning.
Slider, all upper body. Bottom half going towards the Dodger dugout. Top half trying to go towards the Padre dugout. Not even close on that one. It's a good pitch with 2 strikes.
So 2 down here in the 4th inning brings up Freddie Galvis, who struck out swinging in the 2nd inning, 0 for 1. .234 average on the year for the Padres shortstop, who has played in every game so far this year. Padres have been held to 3 hits. 2 of them came in the 1st inning. take a look at our Jerome's best seats in the house. Enter to win these seats at any Jerome's location. And these are some very comfortable seats.
Said it before, I want to do a game from there. Best seats in the house.
2-2 the count. Foul back to the screen, still 2-2.
I've seen some fastballs tonight in the zone that have been crushable, and the Padres haven't been able to get on top of it and square it up.
Yeah, they're in between. They're looking for that off-speed pitch, and they're not on the fastball when it's there.
In the air, shallow right. Kemp coming in. And the Dodgers right fielder makes the catch. It ends a 1-2-3 inning. Done with 4, 3-1 LA. Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company, and by Pacific Surfliner. Ride the Surfliner to your next Padres game. A double switch for the Padres as we head into the 5th inning with the Dodgers on top of the Padres 3-1, and Joey Lucchesi done after 4 innings. And look at the double switch with Franmil Reyes coming into the game for Hunter Renfroe. Reyes about out of the 9 spot and take over defensively in right, and enter Phil Maton on the hill now for San Diego.
Welcome back to the big leagues, Phil. Good call from AAA El Paso on Monday. 6 games for the Chihuahuas, 2.84 ERA, 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Always working from the stretch.
Fly ball headed to right field. Franmil Reyes just into the game. Makes the catch on Matt Kemp for the first out here of the 5th inning.
Here are the numbers for number 88. Phil Maton, his 18th game at the big league level. Strikeouts are there. Sometimes the walk a little bit, but lefties hitting 300 and righties 275. He has yet to surrender a home run.
Joey Lucchesi in 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. Walked 1, it was intentional, and struck out 4. Threw a lot of pitches tonight for 4 innings, 91 pitches in his outing tonight. Longest inning was the 3rd inning when he faced 8 batters, and the Dodgers scored 3 times in that inning. Max Muncy batting. On a strike to the Dodgers first baseman. Lead off for Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers won game 1. Padres bounce back, won game 2. And tonight, LA in game 3 has a 3-1 lead here in the 5th inning. Padres shifting on the right side. As Muncy takes strike 2. Borderline call right there, 2-2.
40% of the balls hit towards the second base side, and Villanueva on the shift in that 40% slice of the pie. By the way, does Phil Maton look like he should be pitching in high school? Look at how young he looks. My goodness. Doesn't he? Backdoor slider probably here.
On the ground, and it's to the backhand goes Galvis. The throw is going to get there in time. Max Muncy's retired.
Well, Freddie Galvis goes to his right and then balloons one to first base. So awareness of the speed of Max Muncy going down the line. Omar Vizquel used to do that better than anybody. That half a step out, he'd have the ability to just know how much he needed on his arm. It was amazing.
Just enough.
Oh, he was so good.
You won't find a bigger fan of that guy than me. I mean,
The shortstop
I
position.
love that guy.
Don't you love the fact that they can understand the timing aspect of what they need?
When to turn up the dial and when they can just throw a changeup over there if they want, right?
He was here last year, wasn't he? As a coach.
Yeah, with the Tigers.
That's what it was. I'm trying to remember who it was. It took me a little bit. Remember, you introduced me to him last year.
Yes, and he managed in the WBC, didn't he? For
Venezuela.
And a guy, you talk about a guy who had fun playing the game.
Oh.
I mean, always smiling and laughing. And
I'll tell you a trait that surprises people too. He was absolutely ripped, and he stayed out of the training room. If he was in the training room, something was seriously wrong. But he would play just like Freddie Galvis. He'd always get out there and play the game.
he would make plays with smiles on his face, knowing that, okay, I've got this covered, no problem. Bare hand hoppers on the hop, you know, the bare handed throw. In fact, the last out of Chris Bosio's no hitter, that chopper over the mound, he comes across, bare hand, bam, throw to first.
2-2 pitch. And that's outside for ball 3. Ball 4, and down to first base goes Forsythe. A 2-out walk allowed by Maton. It's now time for tonight's trivia question.
I love trivia. Who's it brought to by?
It's brought to you by Valley View Casino.
Got it.
You love trivia.
Love it.
Name the only 2 Padres to have hit at least 1 home run in 5 or more consecutive games. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. Apparently I already handed out the answer earlier.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Were we talking about something else?
No, I was talking about that.
Ah.
And I provided that information.
Really?
Yes. So if you were listening earlier and you happen to hear me talking about the guys who have done it, I actually announced it.
What'd you say?
I'd rather not say for now. 1-0. In the air to left field, shallow left. In comes Myers, and that will end the top of the 5th. Halfway through, 3-1 LA. Out in a big way at Coors Field. This is the second home run for Carlos Gonzalez, a 19-2 Rockies win over the Diamondbacks in a National League West battle. And this is the situation in the NL West. Dodgers are now a game back of the Diamondbacks, and Diamondbacks, as you saw, lost in a big way. Rockies are 3.5 back with the Giants in the mix. They had a walk-off win today at home against the Cubs. Cubs are on their way here. And Chicago will have tomorrow off spent here in San Diego, and then a weekend series against Padres.
Even though the Rockies are winning big there.
Down to third, Turner. Round number 1.
Their bullpen has not been good lately. And since it's a 4-horse race, that's going to be interesting to see what moves of those 4 teams will be made within the division.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. By the way, where did Carlos Gonzalez hit that home run?
To the woods, to the forest. Yeah.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out there?
I went to a game and stood over there. They have a standing room section.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was right above it. Pretty cool.
You got to go to the bullpen next time and go take a look at that.
It's awesome. It's like a stream. It's really nice. What if there's fish in it? I don't know.
Well, don't bring your fishing pole.
You think they stock it?
I don't know. I know there's a stream running through the middle of the forest.
It is really amazing back there.
Yeah, very nice. Austin Hedges will take a strike. Maeda working here in the 5th with 1 down. He's now retired 8 in a row. 4 of the 8 by way of the K. An 8 strikeout performance so far for the right-hander. A big home run last night for Austin Hedges. 3-run shot, his 4th of the year.
He got the fastball. Mark Sweeney talked about it in our pregame show. It's going to be a good feeling. Put it in the basket.
Strike 2. Close pitch. Maeda wanted it, but appeared to be outside, maybe a little low. Full count now to Hedges. Franmil Reyes, part of the double switch, waits on deck. Payoff pitch. And it's fouled back. We'll do it again. Piece of the catcher, Austin Barnes. So a little professional courtesy here from home plate umpire Ben May. 75 pitches for Maeda, 51 of which have been strikes.
2-to-1 ratio, basically. Pretty good for Maeda.
Lined and off the top of the glove. Into right field. A base hit for Hedges. 2 for 2 on the night is Austin Hedges. It's time now for the answer to tonight's trivia question, brought to you by Valley View Casino. Question tonight: name the only 2 Padres to have hit at least 1 home run in 5 or more consecutive games.
Greg Nettles and Adrian Gonzalez.
That is correct. Adrian did it 5 games in 2009. Nettles 6-game streak in 1984.
Now I know why he loves trivia.
Oh, he loves trivia.
Did you hear how fast that answer was?
Yeah, that's because he's got the answer right in front of him.
You know, can I say something?
Yeah.
Greg
Sure
Nettles.
you can.
Greg Nettles doesn't get enough love that he
I agree.
deserves. He was one heck of a third baseman that can hit.
Yeah, he was.
Look, you know what? Do yourself a favor. If you're a baseball fan, go to Baseball Reference. Check out his numbers. A really good career.
Yeah, don't be impressed by the fact that he got that right. It's in the note packet that he has in front of him, highlighted. This one is to second base. Flip to second for 1, on to first. That'll be 2. Franmil Reyes grounding into the 6-4-3 double play. 3-1 Dodgers. Off today for the San Francisco Giants. Buster Posey, it's a single off the wall in right field, and walking it off as Brandon Belt comes around to score for the Giants. They beat the Cubs. Cubs are headed here to San Diego, and they'll have tomorrow off, and then we'll begin a 3-game series over the weekend. And a look at the NL Central. Brewers with a 1.5 lead over the Cubs, 7-game lead over the Cardinals.
Heard some rumblings regarding the Brewers being in the Manny Machado sweepstakes, possibly.
He's a great player, and it sounds like he really wants to stay at shortstop, making that move from third base to short. Austin Barnes leading it off here for the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Walked intentionally in the 2nd inning and then struck out looking in the 3rd, both times facing Joey Lucchesi.
This last pitch here was a slider, kind of working underneath a little bit, but catching the strike zone up and away.
2nd inning of relief for Phil Maton, and a pop-up as Suaje a few strides on the outfield grass for out number 1. And now it's time for the community spotlight. Mission Federal donated $2,000 to Burrito Boys earlier today. Tickets provided for tonight's game went to representative from the Burrito Boys. Mission Fed donates around $1.5 million a year to local charities. Pitch outside to Kenta Maeda. Maeda, very defensive cut there. Trying to hold up and stop himself, couldn't do it. 1-1.
Likes that high fastball.
He will chase. He made his pitch very well tonight. 8 strikeouts. Started 78 pitches through the first 5 innings. Fouls this one off and hangs tough here, 1-2. Home run here off Andrew Kashner back in 2016. On the ground, softly hit. Maton will flip it underhanded to first base for the second out here of the 6th inning. So nice job so far by Phil Maton, inning in 2/3, and it's back up to the top of the order for Chris Taylor. Beautiful night tonight in San Diego. Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Dodgers and the Padres. Both teams have taken a game here, the first 2. And here comes Chris Taylor, 0 for 3 in the game. Did reach his last time up on an error committed by Christian Villanueva down at third base last inning. Next pitch will be the 25th thrown by Maton since coming into this game. Padres had to get into the pen in the 5th inning. Only 4 innings tonight for their starter Joey Lucchesi. Bounces in for ball 2. Jolted foul off to the right, 2-2.
Now with Taylor struggles, he continues to miss his pitch.
Full count down. Maton kind of looking down at the landing area in that last delivery. Slipped a little bit. And 3-2 pitch coming up for Phil Maton to Chris Taylor. And that is strike 3. Our first strikeout for Maton, who goes 2 innings. Nicely done. 3-1 Dodgers. Three to 1. Dodgers have the lead over the Padres. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's take a look at the top tier play brought to you by Arco. Come up from right center to left center and laying it out. Travis Jankowski in left center field.
Yeah, favoring the right field side, so he goes a long way for that one. The mustache is working for Joe Dirt.
Jankowski or Joe Dirt, 1 for 2 in this game. Take strike 1. Single to center in the first, grounded out to first base in the third inning.
How long do you think he's going to rock that stash?
Depends how things
Hey,
go.
I was going to say he's got a knock and a run scored tonight.
I think it definitely stays for now.
Exactly. At least you get one knock. It's got to carry over to the next game. Ooh, I thought he went.
Nope.
Ooh, I thought he poked at it.
So did I.
You?
Thought he might have, but he didn't. Vic Carapazza making the call, third base umpire.
Watch the head of the bat. Does he offer at it? Oh, I thought he did. Or did he get it back in time?
He got it back.
Okay.
Three and one. Scott Alexander up in the pen right now for LA. Maeda working here into the sixth inning. Now 82 pitches deep. And that's strike two, right at the bottom of the zone.
The one thing Maeda has done all night is stayed out of the middle of the plate. Which is by inning here, you can see pretty economical other than the second inning.
Only gone over 100 pitches 3 times this year.
Yeah, if you're on 15 or 16 for an inning, you're doing really well.
That's ball 4, and Jankowski's on for the second time tonight. A leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. That is the first walk allowed by Maeda in his outing. Brings up Carlos Asuaje. Fouled off, gets a piece of the catcher Austin Barnes.
Well, early in the ball game, he really spun on this pitch for Maeda. I really thought that the Padres were going to add on more. They scored 1 run. That was Travis Jankowski after singling, so the RBI double for Carlos. And that's when the strikeouts started happening. 2 to end that first inning. 8 on the night so far for Maeda.
Another throw over, and Jankowski back to the bag, held on by Max Muncy.
Maeda is taking his time tonight, especially with people on.
On the ground to first base. Muncy will try to start it to second for 1. Back to first, and it is not in time. Pulled his foot, according to Jordan Baker, first base umpire.
Well, I'm assuming as a runner, the ball off the bat, first of all, you're ticked off. And secondly, you better take it out on sprinting to first base. And according to the umpire, he was not in contact with the bag.
Yeah, you can tell he kind of kicked at it afterwards,
Yeah.
trying to make contact. Roberts waiting to see whether or not they're going to challenge it here, and they are not. Swahe reaching on the fielder's choice. 1 out, 1 on, and it brings up Will Myers.
This is where you need 1 swing to tie this ball game.
Cute foul off the end of the bat.
Yeah, you see Will tonight. He continues to be aggressive early in the count. He struggled with strikeouts against Maeda in his career. Getting a heavy dose of off-speed pitches, including the sliders.
Down 0-2. Working here into the 6th inning, has 1 out in the 6th. Working with a Swahe at first base and a 2-run lead. Blocked nicely by Barnes to his right. Playing very deeply here on Will Myers. Cody Bellinger in center. Kike Hernandez in left. They're backed up. And playing for Will to pull. Away for ball 2. 2-2. Myers is grounded out to third. Struck out swinging 2 previous plate appearances against Kenta Maeda, who's now thrown 90 pitches.
Middle in. That's crushable. Hanging splitter. And Will working underneath it. That is a pitch you could have did some damage with and tied this ball game.
Could have did.
Yeah, whatever. I'm a mess.
Dave's a killer.
Dave's a mess.
2-2 pitch.
Could have did.
That is strike 3, and Myers doesn't like it at all. 9 strikeouts for Maeda, 2 down.
That was off the plate. Well, Maeda really mixed it up against Will Myers. Let's go back to the first pitch. Getting ahead quickly, slider 0-1. Then he dropped the split on him 0-2. Another slider trying to throw some chum out there. Fishing, biting, and he evens up with the fastball to show. Off the plate, and here comes the splitty again. That's the one he should have did it with it. And then the slider off the plate. He gets a call right there. Will Myers gets the bat taken out of his hand. That was definitely a ball.
9 strikeouts for the 4th start in a row for Maeda. Pitching change, 3-1 Dodgers. Series here at Petco Park between the Padres and the Dodgers. Ross Stripling, who is an all-star, 7-2 with a 2.22 earned run average, matched up against Tyson Ross, 5-7 with a 4.41 ERA. Get you started at 6:30 with Padres Live the finale of the 4-game series between the Padres and the Dodgers. Game 3 is into the bottom of the 6th inning with 2 outs, and Kenta Maeda leaves after 5 2/3, and Scott Alexander now comes in for LA.
Well, since being recalled on May 9th, on 8 runs in 28 2/3 innings, with a 2.51 ERA, this left-hander got 1 start. Pretty good splits. Throws a sinker and a slider.
To first base, and Max Muncy will tag the bag at first and end the inning. We head to the 7th with the Dodgers on top 3-1. And Matt Kemp, who had been pretty quiet in the series, it's his base hit into left field. It scores another run. The Dodgers with a 3-1 advantage. And in this game, Kenta Maeda going the first 5 2/3, giving up only 1 run and striking out 9 Padres on the night. Pitcher of record right now for LA as we play here into the 7th inning. The Dodgers on top 3-1, and Kike Hernandez leading it off. Phil Maton out there again, his 3rd inning of relief. Pitch the 5th, the 6th, and here he is in the 7th. 30 pitches so far for the right-handed reliever. Dealing with 2, 3, and 4 for LA. Hernandez, Turner, and Kemp. And it's 0-2 to Kike Hernandez. Field straight away on Hernandez. And a bounce in for ball 1. Maton has struck out a batter. He's walked a batter, but so far is not allowed a hit in his 2 innings of work here against the Dodgers.
Straight up defense. See in the outfield, you can see Travis Jankowski almost splitting second base.
That's pretty rare these days. There are very few guys that you don't see much going on defensively one way or another.
And especially the center fielder, typically you'll shade aside because you want to see that viewing of the hitting zone. Shading a little bit to left field.
I remember talking to Travis, and he said one of the nice things about playing center field is that you see the trajectory of the pitch, where it's going to be. You can anticipate easier. Remember we were doing the game out there in center field, and we got a pretty good idea. You were tracking pitches out of the pitcher's hand and getting an idea when the hitter would even foul a ball off to the right, how an outfielder would anticipate the ball being hit that way.
Well, ball 4, and down to first base goes Hernandez. Leadoff walk here, second walk allowed by Maton. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing I think I took from our game out there in right center, was watching Travis kind of cheat a little bit, seeing where the pitch was going to go to get a start in that direction on fly balls.
Yeah, I think center field is probably the easiest because you know immediately the direction where that ball's going. But you have a lot of real estate to cover.
Yeah.
And that's the challenge. And we've seen some spectacular defense the last 2 nights. Manny Margot last night and Travis tonight.
Pitch in there for a strike to Justin Turner.
I can't tell you enough. And then there's been so many great center fielders in the game of baseball, but the one that sticks out to me is Steve Finley. What he did as a defender, he was such a weapon.
You know, it was fun to watch Steve Finley, especially at Qualcomm, because they had that fence that gave. It was a chain link, but it had that cover on it. And Steve would go in very aggressively, not afraid, because it had a lot of give, so you could go after those balls that were in the gap up against the wall.
But you know what? He was so fearless, even on the road. He had the ability and the awareness, put a lot of time into when he was going on the road, how many steps he had to a certain gap. And I think that's a craft. And when you have a center fielder that can cover that much ground, pitchers are loving it.
Did you both enjoy playing at Qualcomm?
I loved it.
Yeah. I liked pitching there. I thought it was pretty fair. Yeah.
You know, the challenge was visually, it's a football stadium, so a lot of the lighting was right behind second base. So visually, you saw the ball so well.
Back-to-back walks here allowed by Maton, a season-high 40 pitches thrown. I think Andy Green's going to go get him here. So had Simber up in the pen again, had him up earlier. I was pretty sure that Maton was going to be done after 2 innings tonight, but back out there for a third, and he walks back-to-back hitters. He hasn't been stretched out like this before. And coming in is Adam Simber, 3-1 Dodgers. After the 7th inning, walking the first 2 to bat. Well, tonight the AAA All-Star game going on. Luis Urias, 5 at bats, had 2 singles, 2 runs scored, and an RBI as the AAA All-Star game taking place in Columbus, Ohio, in the PCL Downs International League. 12-7 the final. And Luis Urias, a guy that certainly Padres fans looking forward to. Padres on deck.
Also representing the Chihuahuas and the Padre organization was Brett Kennedy. 7-0 record with a 2.58 ERA. That's the reason why he was also an All-Star.
Well, Adam Simber into the game here with 2 on, nobody out.
Last time out for Adam was against the Diamondbacks back in Arizona's 39th game. And this is a very important inning. Padres only trailing by 2. He inherits 2 runners with nobody out. This is a big inning for Adam Simber.
Matt Kemp, the batter, 1 for 3 tonight. And he chops one towards third. A tag there. Throw to first, and it's in time. Double play for Christian Villanueva. Thought he was going to go to second and then on to first, but had the play in front of him with Hernandez running in front of him, so he tags him and then fires to first for the DP.
Well, he goes to his left, and then he realizes he can tag Kike Hernandez. Then the awareness of getting a Mac Kemp, not getting down the line.
I thought triple play right out of the gate.
So Turner gets to second base with now 2 down. It's a big couple of outs here for Adam Simber. Brings up Max Muncy, and now they're going to intentionally walk him. You know, throw kind. Second intentional walk tonight. And we're going to have a pinch hitter coming up here. Looks like Andrew Tolles, who started game 1 of the series, is going to pinch hit. Pinch hitting in the spot of Logan Forsythe. 2 for 4 since his call-up. So Forsythe got called back to the dugout. His night is over. He's on twice, a hit and a walk, and drove in a run. Two RBIs on Tuesday night, and fouls this one off to the left out of play. 1-1. And last year had come to an end with a torn ACL that he suffered in May. Fly ball, center field. Jankowski moving over, and he'll make the catch that ends the top of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch, 3-1 LA. San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Jack in the Box. This season, Padres home runs score free Jumbo Jacks, only at Jack in the Box. Now 3-1, the Dodgers have the lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. And changes here for the Dodgers. Daniel Hudson, the new pitcher.
Well, Daniel Hudson, the reliever, veteran, about 95 miles an hour on the fastball. He also throws a changeup and a slider. Has allowed just 1 earned run his last 15 outings. That's over 18 frames pitched. That's a .50 ERA. So Dave Roberts going to a very reliable right-hander to try to hold on to this 3-1 lead.
Now the Dodgers with other changes. Andrew Toll stays in the game now in left field, and moving from left field to second base is Kike Hernandez.
There's that versatility we were talking about earlier in the game.
Jose Pirela is going to pinch hit here in the pitcher's spot as part of a double switch. .261, 3 homers and 27 runs batted in for Pirela. Fouled off to the right, 1-1. Throwing at 95 right now is Daniel Hudson. Took over for Scott Alexander, faced just one batter, got Hosmer to ground out to first. Relief of Kenta Maeda, the pitcher of record tonight for LA. Went 5 2/3, 4 hits, a run, walked a batter, and struck out 9 Padres. Pirela to third, tough hop, but picked there by Turner on the backhand throw, dug out on the other side by Muncy. Pirela retired 5-3, 1 down in the 7th inning. For Freddie Galvis. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike over the outside corner. Now Villanueva next. Padres batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's Villanueva. Padres have been held to 4 hits in this game. 1 run coming back in the 1st inning. Foul back, 1-2. He struck out swinging in the 2nd, flying out to right in the 4th inning. And getting his first look tonight at Daniel Hudson. 3rd arm used by Dave Roberts out of the pen. May have gone, yeah, he did. Rung up by the home plate umpire Ben May. First strikeout for Hudson, 2 down in the 7th inning.
Nice biting slider right there from Hudson. Great location as well. Starts on the inside part of the plate and down and in. We see that quite a bit. Righties on lefties, lefties on righties. And does he go? You bet.
2 down here in the 7th brings up Christian Villanueva, who has struck out swinging and grounded out to 3rd. On a strike.
You know, guys, this lead that the Dodgers have almost seems like it's larger than it is. Only a 2-run lead, and you see these mistakes that are being thrown by the Dodgers and big swings by the Padres tonight.
You're blooping a blast away from being tied in this game. There's a liner to left. Toll's going back, and that ball's going to be gone. Get out of here in a hurry for Christian Villanueva. Liner out of the yard makes it a 1-run game.
Well, 1-1 count by Christian Villanueva, and he absolutely capitalized on this pitch. This is a mistake out of the hands, but watch the balance that he gets in the drive through that backside. This is an absolute bullet, a cement mixer over the middle of the plate. Christian Villanueva cuts that lead in half. Also cuts that ball in half.
That's like anti-launch angle on that one. That ball got out in a hurry.
18th home run of the year for Villanueva makes it a 1-run game. Now Hedges will look at ball 1.
Okay, I was just told that was 16 degrees. That's got to be one of the lowest launch angles.
Yeah, and you know what? That was one of his. That's one of his best swings he's taken all year. Yeah, one of my hitting coaches in St. Louis was George Hendrick, and he absolutely pummeled baseballs. And he said, "You know what I want you to do? I want you to hit it through the wall." You know, to think about the different approaches and the thought process. But he was also like, hey man, I can hit a fastball at any time. Because if they throw in the strike zone, I could put the barrel on a bullet.
Popped up, shallow right center field. Coming in is Kemp. Going back is Kike Hernandez, who makes the catch that ends the inning. Christian Villanueva's 18th home run of the year brings the Padres back within a run. At the end of 7, it's 3-2 LA.
Albies show. He went through a stretch where he was cold. My friends, he is cold no longer.
This is what you want to see from a rookie who comes up, has success early, and then goes through a rut. He's come back strong, had the 2 homers a day. Big reason why this Atlanta Braves team is having so much success.
They win 9-5 tonight. Albies the 2 home runs. That gives him now 20 on the year. He did make the All-Star team as a reserve, and now Atlanta and Philadelphia are tied in the East right now. You still keep waiting for Washington to show up, but to this point, it's been all Atlanta and Philadelphia. Tony and I are working on Padres Live, the post-game show, which will be brought to you by Cox Communications. When we see you after the final out, we'll break down the ball game here tonight. Also hear from Andy Green, and we'll get you set for tomorrow. 4th and final game of the series, Tyson Ross against Ross Stripling. So we'll see you gentlemen in just a little bit.
All right, Mike and Tony, thanks very much. We play along here to the 8th inning, and Craig Stammen into the game for San Diego. It's Cody Bellinger to lead it off. Take strike one as Stammen becomes the fourth arm used by Andy Green.
One thing in mind, to hold that deficit. The home run by Villanueva puts the Padres within one. His 40th game for Craig Stammen. You know, the velocity's been up a little bit. Last time out, he was really good in Arizona.
Grounder left side and into left field. A base hit for Bellinger. His second hit, and both have been to left. He's going the other way.
Yeah, that's the third time he has beat the shift in the last 3 games. 2 tonight. Only 1 on the left side. He's playing pepper towards the shortstop, and you can see Christian Villanueva all the way down the third base side.
You got to credit Bellinger making some adjustments here against the shift, and he is aboard to begin things in the 8th. Got a pinch hitter coming up for Austin Barnes. Here is the former Padre, Yasmani Grandal. 244, 12 homers, 45 runs batted in. Strike one.
Cody Bellinger, 5 stolen bases on the year.
Well, you got a guy who can throw a ground ball, and you got a guy who's a strike thrower. Maybe you put something on here the first couple of pitches.
Chop to first base. Hosmer will go to second, get the lead runner, throw back to first, and it's in time. Double play. Stammen covered. So 3-5-1 on the DP.
Well, what you got to love about this play, Eric Hosmer, watch the awareness. He knows the base runner. The accurate throw to second base, and Christian Villanueva making the turn. He's in the defensive shift, but he knows he has time with Grandal getting down the line. That's a big double play for Craig Stammen.
Well, the bases are now empty with 2 down here in the 8th inning and a pinch hitter again. This will be Chase Utley who pinch hits now for the Dodgers. 227, a home run, 14 runs batted in for Utley. A veteran into his 56th game of the year for LA. I think he went. They checked no. So it's Vic Carapazza.
Oh, I thought he went. Barrel was parallel to the infield.
Lines one down the left field line. This ball is going to be fair and head to the left field corner. Over to play it is Myers into second base with a pinch hit double. Goes Chase Utley.
It's almost like a cricket swing. Pitch that was down and in, and he gets that hand. He gets his hands through first. Barrel follows. That's good hitting right there by Chase Utley.
Well, the Dodgers tonight 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Utley's at second base with 2 away, and Chris Taylor's coming up. Taylor has line to center, fly to center, reached on an error. Last time that struck out looking. Taylor fouls it off to the right out of play. Fastball right down the middle. Pinch a double for Chase Utley with 2 down in the 8th inning. Line into left field, a base hit. Utley's going to be waved around. The throw from Myers will be cut off, and the Dodgers get another run. Back at first safely is Taylor, who drives in the 4th LA run of the night, and they get their 2-run lead back. It's 4-2 Dodgers.
Well, when the ball leaves the pitcher's hand, there's really not much you can do. This pitch, he pulls off it a little bit. Good top hand by Taylor. Hits sharply, but out of the reach of Freddie Galvis. Now the race is on. Who knows if a good throw would have got Chase Utley. Clutch hit by Chris Taylor.
2 down. Taylor now at first, held on by Hosmer. And here's Kike Hernandez. Hernandez, who doubled back in the 3rd inning, also walked in the 7th, a 1-for-3 night with a walk. Started this game defensively in the left field, but since has moved to second base. Strike 1 from Stammen. On the hook in this game, the Padres starter, Joey Lucchesi. In 4 innings, giving up 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 were earned. He walked 1. It was intentionally. Struck out 4. Got deep into the pitch count very early in his outing tonight. Ended up throwing 91 pitches in 4 innings of work. Taylor at first, 2 down, a run in for LA here in the top of the 8th inning. Throw over, and diving back safely is Taylor. Two and 1. Stammen has allowed an additional run here in the 8th inning for LA. That is strike 2, 2-2.
That's one of those, remember I came up with the stat as we take a look at this last pitch, upper part of the zone, coming back with the 2-seamer. The blown deficit, right? As a reliever, you come into a game. You're trailing by a run or 2, that's your job to hold it. And if you give up a run, that's my stat, the blown deficit. Because that's a big run for LA.
Sure is. Answering back.
Yep. Throw over again.
Back safely again is Taylor. Two down, Taylor at first base. A run in for LA. A 2-2 pitch to Kike Hernandez. Runner goes. And a grounder back to Stammen. On top of the hill, he'll flip to first for the out that ends the inning. The Dodgers add a run. It's 4-2 LA. The Padres, the Dodgers had a run in the top half of the 8th inning. Franmil Reyes making his way out there. He will lead it off here against a new battery entirely now for the Dodgers. Double switch as the new catcher coming in is Yasmani Grandal, who pinch hit for Austin Barnes. And the new pitcher is Dylan Floro, who takes over as the 4th pitcher used by LA tonight.
Well, Floro throws the fastball about 92, 93. Pretty much a lot of sinkers and sliders from Floro. So he split numbers with the Cincinnati Reds and the Los Angeles Dodgers, entering his 27th game.
Franmil Reyes made his first appearance in this game at the plate in the 5th inning after a double switch, and he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play, which ended the 5th inning, and now gets his 2nd plate appearance of the night.
Well, important inning for the Padres offense, because what's looming is Kenley Jansen, 3-time All-Star with 24 saves.
That's an easy 95 from Floro.
Most blown saves this season, the Dodgers with 17. Oh, 2, 95 again. As recalled yesterday from AAA El Paso. During his time in El Paso, when he had been optioned from San Diego to El Paso, he's hit at .343. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Grandal for strike 3. That's the 11th strikeout for Dodgers pitching tonight, and there's 1 out in the 8th.
High 4-seamer going up. Got a little piece of it, but right into the mitt of Grandal. This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
1 down, and here's Travis Jankowski. Jankowski singled and scored in the 1st inning. Grounded out in the 3rd, walked in the 6th inning.
So many times, guys, when you go in and you haven't faced another guy, you look at those scouting reports and you want 2 things. You want to know what the velocity is, what's his top velocity, and what's his out pitch, and what he's going to go to. That's what you want to take into the batter's box.
Imagine it's got to be very difficult facing a reliever just 1 time. At least with the starter, you have a chance to see him a couple times that night, but here you go for just 1 at bat against this guy.
Yeah, you got the numbers, you know what he can do, but you haven't seen that release point. That is a prerequisite to have good success against anybody. Now, Travis knew that was off the plate. He's asking him. He knows that was off the plate. Gets a call.
Bounces in, ball 3. Full count here to Jankowski with 1 out in the 8th. Jankowski now, Swahe next. Padres now trailing by 2 runs. On the ground, foul outside of 3rd. And Jankowski taking inventory on the bat. See if he fractured it or not.
Well, he has to swing at that pitch, has to protect because of that 2nd called strike.
Up in the Padres pen, Phil Hughes, Brad Hand. Fly ball, shallow left, Holes coming in for out number 2 of the 8th inning. So 2 away, and that'll bring up Carlos Asuaje with the bases empty. Asuaje has doubled, flied out to center, and grounded into a fielder's choice. His double back in the first inning drove in the Padres' first run. Strike 1.
It's an easy 96.
Fouled off to the left. Floro has kind of an interesting setup there as he stares in, kind of covering his face with his glove and just peering in.
Andy Pettit used to do that too.
Yeah, pretty much all you see is his eyes.
Right.
Oh, 2. Swing and a miss, and Asuaje strikes out, foul tipped it into the catcher's mitt. 1, 2, 3, 8th inning for Floro. To the 9th we go, 4-2 LA. And Phil Hughes coming in here for the Padres.
Well, Phil Hughes has recorded 8 strikeouts against just 1 walk and 5 appearances right here at Petco Park this season. Strikeout ratio is up here at home. 2 starts, 17th game numbers combined with the Minnesota Twins and these Padres. Very few walks. He's around the plate, and a strikeout per inning pitched for Phil.
Coming up here is Justin Turner to lead it off in the 9th inning. Turner has struck out twice, fly to center, and walked tonight. 5th plate appearance of the game as he leads it off in the 9th inning. Craig Stammen pitched the 8th inning, giving up a run on 3 hits. Didn't walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. And again, the pitcher of record tonight, the starter Joey Lucchesi, gave up 3 runs in 4 innings pitched, 2 earned. On the ground, left side, softly hit Villanueva, racing in, and that's the first out of the 9th inning. So Turner retired by Phil Hughes. Kenley Jansen getting ready in the pen for the Dodgers. The boos raining down for Matt Kemp. With one out in the ninth inning. A single and an RBI back in the third inning. Strike one.
A good breaking ball, landing that breaking ball early in the count.
Lined out of the reach of Galvis into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Matt Kemp.
You can see Matt Kemp, when he stays back and he can track that baseball, he is so good. That's what he's been doing consistently in this first half. Last night, I thought the Padres did a nice job speeding him up a little bit and then putting him away. Different story tonight.
One out, one on, and Max Muncy. They shift on him in the infield on the right side, but they keep it tight to the infield with the double play possibilities. As Hughes misses away with ball one. Being a waiver third baseman coming to the right side to join a Swahan Hosmer, but and they keep it on the dirt of the infield. Two and 0. Once he grounds it foul, 2-1. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning, Will Myers, Eric Hosmer, and the pitcher's spot is due against Kenley Jansen, who is ready to go. Right now, a save situation. Foul back, 2-2. Muncy batting now. Tolles waiting on deck here for the Dodgers with Matt Kemp at first base. Andrew Tolles. 2-2. Fly ball center field. Jankowski moving back shy of the track to make the catch out there for out number two. Two down in the ninth inning.
Boy, that had that sound to it. Just got underneath it a bit, keeping it in the yard. Out in front just a little bit. Sounded good off the bat. Too high.
Now two down and Kemp at first base still, and it'll bring up Andrew Tolles. Pinch hit in the seventh and flied out to center field. Now he grounds one to Hosmer at first base, and Eric will take it himself to tag the bag and end the inning. Into the bottom of the ninth, 4-2 Dodgers. Well, ready to go here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The closer for the Dodgers and Kenley Jansen. Last time out, a blown save for Jansen at the Big A in Anaheim, as the Angels able to walk it off against the Dodgers. And the blown save for him as his last outing, and here he is again tonight. His first appearance of this series, trying to close it out for LA in the game tonight.
Well, that was his 3rd blown save on the year.
And pretty much the cutter and slider from Kenley Jansen. Last 33 relief appearances, it's been lights out. That's since April 21st. Just 5 earned runs over 35 2/3 innings pitched. 22 saves, striking out 38 and only issuing 7 walks in that time. He is a strike thrower.
Will Myers going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Padres trailing by 2. Myers 0 for 3 tonight. He has grounded out to third base and struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking.
Will Myers 2 for 6 against Kenley Jansen. You want to almost be right-handed against Jansen. The reason for it, because that cutter goes away, doesn't come in on your hands.
Inside for ball 2, 2-0.
And that's what you want to do. You want to force Jansen to do something he's not naturally doing. Going to that arm side.
Just the 1 blown save in 68 1/3 innings last year, 3 this year, and 42 1/3 innings. And he's fallen behind Myers, 3-0.
You know, something to always watch with Kenley Jansen is the velocity. Beginning of the year, it was down. Didn't feel comfortable. When he is at his best, he's right around 93, 94. He's sitting right around 90.
Myers takes, and he takes ball 4, 4-pitch walk to begin things in the 9th inning. Eric Hosmer coming up does have a home run off Jansen earlier this year, right here at Petco Park. It has been a quiet night for Hosmer tonight, striking out in the 1st, striking out in the 4th, grounding out in the 6th inning.
That last pitch to Will Myers was 89. It wasn't even close.
Strike 1 to Hosmer. That one at 90. Mentioned the pitcher spot is due next, and Manuel Margot has come out on deck. A short lead at first for Myers, and there's Margot. Hosmer down the left field line, but foul. Career against Jansen, 1 for 2 of the home run we showed you here at Petco Park earlier this season. Runner goes as Hosmer grounds one to third. Throw from Turner will be in time as Myers takes second base. 1 down in the 9th inning. Started Myers at first.
Yeah, stay on that double play, get a ground ball in that cutter, and let's see how Jansen went after him. Cutter 0-1. Cutter again. We know that Eric Hosmer likes to go that way. Right into the glove. Justin Turner at third base.
1 out, runner at second base, and here is Manuel Margot pinch hitting. 243 homers, 24 runs batted in. Two fantastic defensive catches here last night. And off the bench tonight to face Jansen in the 9th inning.
Well, this is a good matchup for Manny Margot. 2 for 3 on his career.
Takes strike one on the inside corner.
Like you said, Mark Sweeney, about that cutter away. He's got to try to think away. There's plenty of room out there in that gap or right field line.
On the ground, softly hit. Charging in is Taylor. His throw on the run is going to be just in time. 2 down. Taking third is Myers with now 2 down in the inning. Time now for tonight's play of the game, brought to you by Bill Howe. And looking back at the night for Kenta Maeda, who goes 5 2/3, gives up just the 1 run and strikes out 9.
He was dicing and slicing both sides of the plate with a split finger, and then also that slider down the way to righties. And one, you guys said it. We said it many times in the game. The Padres had a handful, maybe more, of some mistakes at the way he could crush Maeda, but they did not get to it.
Two down in the 9th inning. And a pitch in there for strike 1 to Freddie Galvis. Twelve strikeouts for Padres hitters in the game tonight. Myers at third, as Galvis will take a ball. 1-1. Freddie's 0 for 3, struck out twice and fly to right. Ball 2, 2-1. We saw Maeda 5 2/3, Scott Alexander at third, Hudson an inning, Floro an inning, and now Kenley Jansen trying to finish off the Padres tonight with 2 down in the 9th inning. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The pitch was up at 91. Might be the hardest ball that Jansen's thrown since coming in. In the air to right field. Over goes Bellinger and under. He will make the catch, and the Dodgers hold on to win. Well, LA taking 2 of the first 3 games, and tonight LA wins it 4-2. It's time for Padres Live. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?
Well, Donnie, when we see you in just a couple of moments on the post-game show, we'll break down what happened on the field. How come Kenta Maeda was so effective? We'll have that for you, and you'll hear from Andy Green in moments.